This episode is brought to you by In the Crew 512, Austin's first and only streetwear brand. If you're from Austin or even if you just love the city, make sure you check out inthecrew.com. Use the code HALFTIME for 15% off your entire order. Now, enough of me talking. Enjoy the show.
Halftime, like what we're all about is changes and making pivots. And like one of the reasons why I love your story so much and your testimony so much is because you've had to like continuously go back to the drawing board and make changes after changes after changes. Like getting shot, losing your dad. There's a lot of things in your life, man, being homeless. Like, how did you navigate that? Like, how'd you go back to the drawing board and then say, hey, you know what? Even though I'm at ground zero, I'm gonna make that change.
As cliche as it is, man, something that's down can only get work. Like, and I've always had a very optimistic view on life. I've always been optimistic. You heard me? Like, I always feel that there's more left. The tank, I always feel like my gas tank would be on E, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get there. They'd be like, bruh, it's below E, you know what I'm saying? You about to go to F. But I'm like, nah, I get there. Or, I can go in the refrigerator and the ketchup bottle is done for. I'm squeezing that mug. I know it's a little bit left. A little bit. You heard me? The soap dispenser, you know what I mean? I would put some water in there, shake it, make it happen. My life gets the second way. So even when I'm out, I'm not out. Even when I'm done, I'm not done. You know what I mean? And I've always had the mindset. I always got something to take. And when you speak of like the different things I've been through, homelessness, relationship, trauma, my dad dying, all these are very bad situations, you know what I'm saying? Life changing, life altering. It's not about what happens to you. It's about what happens for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I see life, bro. And I really gotta get glory out of God because I've always had that. That's not something I gave myself, bro. I can't take credit for it. You know what I mean? I've always had a strong sense of hope, a strong sense of self, and a strong sense of confidence. I tell people all the time, I'm cursed with confidence. I have God like confidence. It's when I take God like it's from God. Like, bro, I fell out of a car when I was 6, 7, and moved the car. My face hit the ground. My teeth broke. I had to have my teeth surgically fixed. As a child, my teeth was crooked all throughout the element. Well, ever since that point, elementary, middle school, high school. I flat-footed, a pin toe, knocked me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't 6'5". I don't have natural abs. My bird don't connect all the way like I wanted to. I wasn't born to money, and I can still walk in the room, and it don't matter. It don't matter. If you move the room, it don't matter, bro. And the reason I say that, and you got people that be like, man, you good? No, correctly. I know I'm fine. See, the difference between me and a lot of others, I've accepted everything. I've accepted everything I can't control. I've accepted all the family I'm wanting to, the skin color I am. You hear me? My height, my penis size, the city I'm from, the block I'm from, the mother I came out of, the dad I came out of. I've accepted all of it. And the moment that you accept, that's the first part of evolution, because you accepting what the world giving you. The world is opening up for whatever seed they're being planted. How do you think we get nature? The earth ain't fighting the seed.
Right. So let me ask you this question, Eric. It's kind of skipping ahead of what I wanted to talk about, but how do you feel, and what do you think is the first practical step for men to take to find that vulnerability to be able to look at themselves and check themselves and accept everything about themselves, even if it's good or bad?
Well, that's the thing. Acceptance is the first thing. You know what I'm saying? It's literally the first thing. Before anything is acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't like my mom. Yes, your mom. Man, I hate my dad. That's your dad. Like once you correct that with just again acceptance is so powerful. I think it's not, you know, it's sad that thick terms like this get pushed into like a conscious box or like a spiritual box. You're talking about you're talking about humanity, brother. You hear me? We talk about not fighting the things you can't control. You know what I'm saying? So I think acceptance for a man is the first most important thing. Look yourself in the mirror and accept everything. As soon as you do that, you won't feel a sense of power. It's like, you know what I mean? How do I feel power after I look myself in the mirror and I realize that I'm 5'8" instead of 6'5"? And the reason I'm saying this is because if we stop lying as men, we know that these are things we once griped about. See, I accept it, bro. I'm too honest for TV. I'm too honest, bro. Because you know what I mean. I'm too honest, bro. That's why my life shapes the way it is. I'm too honest, bro. I don't fit the mold because I'm not thinking of her and Cap. You know what I'm saying? I use myself. See, if they're different from me, I'm not pointing at other people talking about them. I just use myself. Yeah. At one point, you know what I'm saying? I look at myself in the mirror as I compare myself to other people. The first time I ever compared myself to somebody was The Rock.
Why The Rock?
My mama liked him.
Oh, that was the reason.
My mama, shit.
Played it every night, probably.
Played it. I mean, wrestling was big in my childhood. Everybody, we used to sit
90s baby.
90s baby. Mm-hmm. Born 89, grew up in the 90s. Everybody liked wrestling. So I'm telling you, for documented time, where I was like, something, I got something. Why you don't like, why I'm not getting the you know, why ain't nobody standing up when I walk out? You know what I'm saying? Why ain't nobody like, you know? So I used to be like, I'm gonna be like The Rock. Literally. Mm. So the comparison, and I think as a man, you trace back the first time you was like, I ain't handsome enough. Who was you comparing? When was that moment? When was that moment poverty hit you? When you realize, because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know you're poor until you see somebody rich. You don't know you don't have nothing until you see somebody rich. What was if you trace back that first moment, that's where the healing, you trace it all the way back. Oh, so yeah. Whenever I meet The Rock, I'm like, bro, I used to like beef with you, bro. Why? Because you was lit in my house, and we could, as a black boy, I couldn't figure out. I got 4 sisters. I couldn't figure out how I could get that same reaction. What do I need? Muscles? What do I need? Muscles? What do I need? So I think as men, if we trace back, whoever told you wasn't good enough, or what was that moment that made you feel like you wasn't good enough, and you speak to that. When you do that, you accept it. Once you get you grow past the immaturity of it, because some is immature. Bro, you're not tall yet because you're still growing up. You're not rich yet because you ain't saved money. But when you trace back the moment you first heard the first damning thing, you know what I'm saying, and you confront that first thing, power. I've traced back everything, bro. I'm cleaning up my closet for real. I'm going back. I'm lifting stuff up. What's this on there? No, you got to come out of here too. What's this thing that in my belt? You got her too. And then you could lay it all out and you confront it. That's where power comes from.
You know, that I love that because that was a hard thing for me to do. Man, as soon as I started going down that path and trying to figure out myself, I turned around so fast.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to look at myself hurting people. I didn't want to look at myself being the worst version of a human that I never wanted to be. I am that.
Bro, what you just said is so powerful. And that moment, bro, that was hard for me too. But the thing about me, I was wrestling with God. And God had me in a headlock. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between some people, you know, they run from it and they keep running, and I don't know. But me, every time I try to run, God tricked me. Oh, you gonna run, dating guy? Oh, you wanna run? Relationship. You wanna run? You wanna run? God won't let me run, bro. It's like Jonah. You know what I'm saying?
But it's actually beautiful, bro, because like what you just said is like when Jacob was wrestling with God, like and God broke his hip and he had to walk with that for the rest of his life. he still changed his name and transformed him.
Yeah.
He still put him through this sense of evolution that made him the fun.
There's transformation and confrontation, bro. Like, you know, when God knocked Saul off the horse, you know what I'm saying, and he blinded him, and he had to go wash himself. Like all these different things that we can contribute, you know, in the Bible. You know, there's beauty in confrontation. Why are you scared to confront? Oh man, I'm just going, you know. Nah, because if you was just going, you know, then you will let it go for real. Let it go for real though. Don't care at all. But you obviously care. Oh man, F my daddy. No, you care.
Like something hurts you.
Right. So stop acting like that. That's a false sense of pride. That's a false sense of ego. Oh, this don't bother me. Well, why are you talking about it? If it don't bother you, why are you gossiping? Why have you told 7 people? Why are you pillow talking with a female about something that you just said don't bother you?
You don't care about.
If money don't bother you, then go do it for free. So stop the madness. Just be honest. It bothers you. You more of a man by admitting it bothers you than not being able to improve yourself. So that's what I'm using. That's what I'm talking about. And her, it mean like, I didn't had a blueprint. Use me, bro. Use me.
You just said it, bro. So I want to ask you this: how do you get into a creative space, and as an orator, right?
I thank you for saying that.
How do you make sure that your words and what you're speaking? I'm not gonna say songs and music because I think what you're speaking words, right? How do you make that balance between conviction and ego? See what I'm saying? Like some people rap from their ego. Like, what can I get out of this? You rapping from your conviction. You saying like what's hurt me, what's paining me, and I'm hoping that through my conviction, my testimony, this helps you.
Okay. What's the root word of conviction?
Convict.
You know, penitentiary, repent. The whole point of penitentiary is for you to repent. Like for you to turn away from your ways. That's that's the core original goal of penitentiary. Repent. Conviction, convict. Once we accept that without liberation, you are a convict. You are a convict, all of us are. Without liberation, if you never been redeemed, bruh, you're just a dead man walking, you on death row, brother, whether you want to accept it or not. And these are simple truths, but it's deep truths. And I pray we get back to the simple truths. You are a convict, bro.
You're born on death.
You're born on death from bone. And for those that got spiritual, you know, understanding, then you know what we saying. You're born on death row, bro. And the moment you accept that life is fleeting, the moment you come out of your mom's womb, it's just an expiration date. I've accepted that. I don't fight that. So once you accept that you're a convict, then you know you need liberation and conviction. It's all the way it happens.
But it's too hard because if so many people say you're a convict for so long, and then all of a sudden they're saying you need conviction, you don't want to go that route.
Right. But the thing about conviction that I really want us to understand, you have it. Whether you want to go that route or not, you're going to have it. There's a regret of living, there's a regret of not living. There's a regret of loving, there's a regret of not loving. There's a regret of being rich, there's a regret of not being rich. It's whether you're not running from nothing, you're running in a circle. You're not living, you're breathing to death. It's just how you choose to look at life, right? Conviction is because I realize that I'm a convicted. I need liberation. I need redemption. I need somebody. I need a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I need somebody to speak on my behalf. I need it though. So the moment you say, the moment we get out of this ego battle, bro, you not there. What are you doing? Oh, ain't nobody gonna do me wrong. Well, you know, wait until she dies. Like just stay there, or live, bro. Or live, bro.
And you did that through vulnerability, right?
I did that through vulnerability, authenticity, and creativity. All those things together. If I had to sum up like in my 3 words in my life, you know what I'm saying, it'd be those things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Authenticity. I've always wanted to be a truth teller. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a cheater, bro. Relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're the only one.
I used to be a cheater, bro. Like, when I look back on it, at the time, you would ask me, I would say, no, bro, I'm just, you know. But I used to always battle. I never think I used to battle it. Tell the truth, right? And not because I wanted to not tell the truth. It's just that I had built up this front. I had built something up. You know what I'm saying? But when I look back on it, I'm cheating. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've always wanted to go to the person and be like, look, I did this, and said that. You know what I'm saying? But then you equally don't want to lose it. You, at the same breath, you generally don't want your life to change.
Right.
So you suppress it. Suppression is how you make demons, though. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's compacted like this, you know. I've opened up my closet, my pantry before, it's still in maggots. And I'm like, how did it? And if you try to find out where it's at, you're going to find something compressed, in the dark, wet,
Molded. It's just like, yeah.
And then you like,
You can read.
Right. And I'm like, damn, where did this come from? That's what suppression is. You know what I mean? It turns into something.
You know that's good.
So when I look back at retrospect, I say, man, I've always wanted. I've look a person in the eyes and want to tell them the truth. But again, you got to go to an ego death, though. You know what I'm saying? And I've died 7 times. Ego wise, I've died 7 times. Sleeping in your car, using your jacket as a blanket, going to a woman's house, climbing through her window because you don't want to go to the front because ego don't want you to be seen by people. You go through the window, you climb into a window to sleep in her bed, but you're not proud to tell people to sleep in her bed because one, this ain't somebody who publicly you even go out with. So now you're lying to yourself, you lying to her, you lying to now you're lying, and then you gotta come back out the window. You know,
I'm living a lie.
And you drive a car you can't afford, and you wearing clothes that keep up with people, and right, this is me. I'm talking about, by the way. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm telling my whole So, but once I got to a place where I accepted that life is happening with or without me, this is happening. Once you accept life is passing you by, brother, you holding your cards is not stopping the clock. You saying, ain't nobody going, bro, it's happening with or without you. Bro, all you did was lost 10 years. That's all you did. All you did was lost 10 years with your mama. All you did was lost 10 years with your dad. All you did was lost 10 years with a great woman. All you did was lost 10 years of building because for 10 years, you sat there and said, well, ain't nobody gonna knock me out my castle. Well, people just gonna stop visiting.
And stop visiting.
Like nobody, like it's happening without you.
And what's crazy is you can lose any of that in any moment.
Any moment. And once I accepted that, bro, I used to, you go way back, bro. I used to get a lining early week, bro. I used to wear suits. I used to wear wingtip shoes with tie ball. I used to wear suits all the time. I used to have watches. I had about 20 different watches on my wrist. I used to drive an Infinity, all white Infinity. I used to, I lived for that at one point in time, But when I went to my ego death, none of it mattered. Now I sound like Mike James, and I don't, but I don't put value in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll put value in none of it for real.
But you also said like, when it comes to like vulnerability and stuff, right? Like, that's not a subtraction for strength.
Not at all.
When it comes to like men.
Right.
And so many men feel like, well, if I'm vulnerable, then I'm out of touch as a man.
But that's it. I'm glad you said that. That goes back to who you're trying. You gotta ask him, man, bro, who you trying to impress, bro? Who you trying to impress? And deep down inside, it's somebody. or something. You either fight, you either trying to prove your mama wrong, your dad wrong, your ex wrong, somebody you trying to prove, and then we be looking at the like, nah, bro, it's just me. Stop lying. Stop lying.
That's it. That's it right there.
Stop lying. Like, and again, this is me. I say this to myself. Stop lying, bro.
But like, what's beautiful about what you just said is the word. I'm gonna turn it around on you. You said stopping. What's the short version of stopping? Stop.
Stop. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Most men just need to stop.
That's my message, bro. I had to sum up. I just did a Expressions to Black Man podcast, and there's a clip that he had posted when I spent. Like, he didn't post the full context of it, which I'm cool with that. But it just comes in with me saying stop drinking, stop smoking, stop whatever, stop sex. But contextually, I was saying if there's a season that you need as a man to stop. Inflammation in the body is where diseases come from. But in order to find out where the inflammation comes from, you got to stop everything and then slowly to see, okay, what does this get inflamed when I do it? But if you say, man, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to evolve, I'm trying to eat better, I'm trying to start loving myself, getting closer to God. If your environment is still the same, buddy, you don't even know where the temptation coming from. You don't know where the anger coming from. You don't know where the pride coming from because you haven't changed your environment enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe talking about brotherhood, you're not around brothers enough. Maybe talking about God, you're not around it enough. You pop in once a week, you think that you can't do that.
You good. And we good.
You start having sex for a couple weeks, but really you only stop because the person you want to have sex with ain't hitting you. So who you fooling? Yourself or God? I don't know. No, you didn't stop, bro. And I'm using weed. This was weed. You didn't stop.
So what you're saying is like you didn't sacrifice it.
You ain't sacrificed that, bro.
You didn't put it down. Like you didn't. Like what you're saying is I can either have sex or I can have God. And you chose sex.
You chose sex. And the thing about it is,
God is yourself, by the way. That's what I'm saying.
Knowing that is the first part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna put myself on the platform to say that I'm perfect at all. But I'm so aware of my decision making, and I know what comes with it. The thing that I try to get my break to understand, like, it's black men, black women, inadvertently, always understand. Stop lying to yourself, because I think that's the biggest thing. You can't go in the mirror. The thing so powerful about a mirror, bruh, it's gonna reflect to you exactly what you see.
You can't run from it.
You cannot, boy. And then I thought about it. Whenever the mirror was invented, it was man-made invention. So how was they able to see themselves before that? Chuck, we got so far away from this. You know what I'm saying? That, now the mirror can, but the mirror is not lying to you. You know what I'm saying? And even and that go from men there when a woman goes back to the mirror and wipe off everything, that's who you are, man. That's what we see. Physically. A man, that's what we see, bro. And I be having people like in my inbox, like not to make jokes, but they'll ask questions about, like, bro, why everybody around you got locks? Or why is this? Why is that? I say, bro, one, I've never told everybody to get locks. That's never been my message. As far as there's no requirement to have locks to be right. But I think what I do, if you're around me long enough, if you around me long enough, I'm talking about like around me, something's gonna happen to you. As far as eternity. If it ain't happening, not around me.
And here's the thing, I didn't have to be around you. I just had to listen to you.
Respect.
Feel me?
So it's gonna happen.
That changed me. You know what I mean? I was battling it because I didn't see it with my own eyes from anybody else.
Wow.
And then I saw you and I was like, man, who was this dude? Man, what does he talk about? Healing his gangster. What is this? What are you talking about, elderberry? Then I get to your album now. Man, I ready to crack up. about to crash out. Like, bro, I am. Right now, today, I'm ready to crash out, but then I hear go, you know what I'm saying, feel. I hear touch grass. I hear ginger root. And it puts me in a better place. And that's all because you are listening to God and aligning yourself with God to be able to bring down exactly what He's trying to share.
What? Dog, I'm a vessel, bro, and my task has been to be the most purest vessel that God can use. And it ain't because, like I say, it ain't because of my speed or my might or my strength. You know, only don't get me wrong. God know I'm gonna put in the work though. But a vessel, bro, I've let go of everything. Like, bro, you know, the light. I've watched the world pass me by in a lot of cases. As far as when I was so fascinated with things of the world, like the women, the cars, the clothes, money. I seen it all. I seen my peers get that, and now 10 years have been revealed, and they sitting there struggling with it. I'm like, dang, well, I ain't never had that before. And I let it all go, and that's amazing how all that thing came to me. It's really wild, bro. Like, I was joking with a homegirl of mine, and she was like, you really don't shave. You really, like, she was like, you gonna do something with this? I said, what do you mean? She was like, you don't do nothing. I said, why? She was like, I don't know. I just feel like, and I said, you know what's crazy? And I joked back, but I said, any woman that I've ever like interacted with, wanted, whatever, I've never thought about the fact that I'm not, like, whatever beautification is to her or to people, it never crossed my mind. I've been able to find beauty in the intricate parts of me. I've been able to find beauty right here in my eyes to where I can still, but at one point in time, you can tell me, at one point in time, I felt like I needed all of this.
To be that.
Boy, I used to lie about it. I used to go to the store and buy some clothes and take them back because I wanted to fit wherever occasion I was going. I wanted to drive. I would put myself in debt to drive around, and I would rob Peter, pay Paul to be in a spot to look whatever. But then when I realized what true beauty was, what true power is, what true confidence is, man, ain't one room I can walk into and not be attractive in whatever attraction is to people, and not be valued without being confident. And that's what I want us to return to, because when it's all said and done, whether you get in the game or not, you're returning to it regardless. From dust we come, dust we return. The rich and poor go on the same plot. You're gonna get old. You can fight it all you want to. It's happening, brother.
But what I love about you is that you have God body energy, right?
That's low. Yes,
and so the thing about God body energy to me, now I'm just paraphrasing, you can say it how you want to say it, but God body energy to me means that it lasts a lifetime. Man. God's words are forever.
Forever.
And you look at the Fred Hamptons and Tupacs and Nipseys, they don't live
forever.
You're going to live forever because you putting your stock into God. And that's why I think you're the greatest today.
Wow, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that, bro. You know, when I read and it said that the only things that we do for the Lord's gonna last, or when I'm paraphrasing, but when they was like, oh, we did this, and they turned to a pillar of song, and it's like, it don't matter, bro.
It don't matter what you've done.
It don't matter. It's who were you? What did I do? What did you do? No, who were you? That is what it is, bro.
You're doing it from your heart and not from your mind or your ego. And that's why I love your artistry, because I can tell that you might be struggling and conflicted with putting this out, but you do it anyway.
And then I'm going to say it in the song. My partner said, don't put this out, dog. Pursue with Billy. Like, my sisters don't want me to say, I told my sisters don't let no land be between us. It's like my mama didn't want me to write seeds. Like, that's when they fought me, but they don't, I'm sorry, Mom, I was distracted. They don't want that. That's not what they want to come out.
But the thing about that, the beauty in that is that so many other people are going through that exact same situation. So when they can hear you articulate it and how you came out on the other side, some people don't know they can come out on the other side. I didn't know I could come out on the other side.
once you've been liberated, you can liberate others. And so now I'm an ex-convict, and now I'm able to help other people, find the conviction in themselves. You know what I mean? But I can do it because I've been exonerated. You know what I mean? So now I can say it. I can look at my brethren, I can look them in the eyes and tell them and confess my sins, bro. Bible says confess your faults to one another. I can look you in my eyes, in your eyes, and confess my faults, bro.
That's strength.
That's strength, bro. Now don't get me wrong. You gotta find your right. You know what I mean? Even Jesus had 12, so we're not supposed to act like
You're not
out here. Yeah. I ain't saying that.
Nah.
For whatever reason, if that's my plight, I'm not saying everybody's take that route. Like me, I wrote Same. Same was a real story that really happened, so people may not be as vulnerable, put their whole life out there to fans and random strangers. I'm not saying that is what's necessary. I know that that's my purpose. Yeah. But you gotta find somebody, some tribe, some people of men that's not here to make you feel to lie to you. To my brethren,
puff you up or something.
I'm not lying to nobody. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. I'm gonna say, hey, bro, if I know, right? But it's always in love, and because I want to see you win, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's my message to the world. And when I've studied, like somebody the other day, they said, make your shows amazing. It felt like Bob Marley, Tupac, and I was like,
yeah. That's true.
But thing is, when I walk on stage, bro, I don't need bro.
Bro, I feel like it's Bob Marley, Tupac, Third World, and Nipsey. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Third World is my favorite band. You know what I mean? I don't know if a lot of y'all know about Third World. Definitely check them out. But beautiful band from Jamaica. You know, you obviously you got Bob and you guys Nip and Tupac, and I feel like those four encapsulated you perfect. You know what I'm saying?
That's first, bro. You know what I admire the most? It ain't the music. It ain't just the music. And you said the word orator at first, and I appreciate that because he lost a lot of orators, bro. I do something called God by the Weekend in Houston, and I think it was last year. I had a little moment where he was trying to get this certain event together, and I was just bothered at how difficult it was to get this thing to go. And I was like, I think I said to one of my brethren or somebody, I was like, what happened to people want to look each other in the face? I said, you want to talk on the phone, you want to talk on the screen, you don't look me in my eyes, bro. And I said, I'm one of the last, bro. You know, Pac could go on an interview and look you in the eye, talk from his soul. Bob gonna sit there and tell you what is wealth. What is this? What he's sitting there talking to a reporter, like I'm talking to you, bro. I am talking to you, bro. Like, I'm not running from talking. Fred, Nip did interview. That's why you got so much leadership. That's why you can still find interviews on that you'll never see. I got at 25. We still
watching it. Relevant today.
Yeah, Bob 35, Nip 33. You hear me? Fred, I can find literature all day. You are, I want to be great, I want to remember. You afraid to talk. You afraid to put yourself out there. You afraid to share your philosophy right here. You afraid to say what you feel. Ain't about being right or wrong. I'm not always right, brother. Her thing, my goal is not to be right. My goal is to be authentic. My goal is to be stoic. My goal is to think. I just think that life is about having all the answers. It's not life's about having the question. When I realize they're changing my life, I don't have all the answers, but I do have some powerful fortune that will lead me on a journey.
I love that, man. And I know we gotta get ready to get out of here. So I have to ask this last question for you, man. What's the one thing that you want to bring awareness to in the world today?
You know, my goal, bro, is to continue to shed a light on, system. this world want to keep you busy enough for you to suppress your own goals and dreams, bro. Want to pay you enough to suppress that. I quit my job, bro. Like, you know, my team, like people who was there and I was talking to, nobody like, I ain't say people like against me quit my job. People was like, I was like, I'm finna leave tomorrow. Like, what? You get paid every 2 weeks. Check beat, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, it's
benefits.
Yeah, I got all that, bro. I said, I'm leaving. To bet on me. Them are my exact words, to bet on me. And it's the most liberating thing I've ever done. You be surprised how many comments and messages and people that come to my shows, E-degrees, they look me in my face, say E-degrees, and I go, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, hopefully it's working out for you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's actually amazing too that you just said that, bro, because your meet and greets that you be putting on your Instagram, man, your fans, bro,
all over the country, bro.
How's that helped you or changed you to be able to go sit down with somebody or see somebody and hear their stories? And it might be heavy, or maybe you're getting a nice gift, but like, how does that make you feel from your fans?
Somebody said today, talking about gifts, I had a homeboy come back. He said, bro, to see how people are like talking to you and give you, say, bro, I hope you know it's like the 3 wise men of Jesus. I was like, dang, bro, that's deep. He like, bro, they come to you, burns their soul. Not even just give, they burn their soul. They're willing to pay extra on the financial side. They're willing to travel. There's people who drove 12 hours. People, they fly. I had somebody fly from France. I had somebody fly from all over different places. And I heard, there I am just sitting on a stool, just looking. And and I'm just me, but it's amazing, bro, like to share soul people. A lot of artists not gonna open themselves up to that. Cause I do that and I do a show. So I don't rob nobody at no moment. There ain't been one time I look at my team and say, y'all ain't doing the beat. I don't feel like it. No, bro, I'm gonna do it. I'm fine straight. I'm gonna pull through it. So it's just amazing. I've heard some amazing things from people, bro. They just look at me in my eyes. Saved my life, bro. I'm like, and I ain't one of them people like, I could be, don't be wrong, I could make it weird. I could be all more deeper than I am. I could be super stoic to where I'm making people, I'm feeding into the character of Mystique. No, bro, I'm just you hear me? I'm me, bro. Like, I'm not, I'll be shocked. I still be in awe, bro. I still be overwhelmed. I still be, people like, bro, your music changed my life. I'm like, for real? Cause I wrote that in the house when I don't have a traditional artist story. I'm not in the studio every night with my partners taking studio pictures, standing in the club or the back. I don't do that, bro. I'll be at home, bro. I go sit when I need to. Like, I don't do the traditional artist stuff, bro. I don't, bro.
You different. You unique. And the best way I could say it is God calls us by our name, so you are Agent McQueen. And so, bro, I appreciate you for taking the time to sit down with me and just chop it up with me. I appreciate you for just being vulnerable and honest and open. A lot of men need to hear this, and I can't wait for all the Halftime family to check in. And so, again, bro, peace and blessings to you, bro. You are going to be in my prayer Rolodex.
Thank you.
I'm going to be praying for you every single night. I don't play about prayer. I will be praying for you. I'll be praying for everybody else in this room. I thank every last one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's much love, and I can't wait to turn up with y'all tonight. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it, sir. You know? My dog.
Like I'm listening, God. Tryna be chill, my spirit need conditioning, God. Tryna heal, but this world just so sickening, God. Yeah, this little light on mine, I heard flickering, God. I need a recharge before I catch a battery. Help me realize my demons need some mastery, yeah. I had to go and switch up my strategy, yeah. The other day, deleted pictures out my gallery. Even the heated ones, I'm to burst some new fruit and stop eating forbidden ones. When I feel depleted, I let God restore me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God. What? I can't crash out. What? I can't crash out. I can't crash out. What I say, I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan. I can't crash out cause God got a plan. You gotta speak that over your life. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out. Austin, Texas, what up though?